Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode.
Good morning. I got asked a question that is a little bit advanced for most people, but I thought I'd cover it in today's topic anyways, because it still relates to fat loss, and that's what my focus is. And the question was reverse dieting. How do you reverse diet? It was very interesting because I was like, usually my goal is to help people lose fat, obviously, but it's more focused on people who are in the early stages of learning macros, learning dieting in general, learning calories, just the basic stuff. So when this one came up, I was like, oh, okay. Obviously someone who's got a little bit more knowledge wants to find out about reverse dieting because maybe they've been in it, or maybe they will be in it, or maybe they take it a lot more serious. And I was like, how can I cover this? Am I going to cover this as a podcast topic? Because there may be more people who know about it, especially since it's becoming more popular. And I was like, you know what? It's better to cover it than to not. So, today we're talking about reverse dieting, what it is, why people do it, should you do it, all those type of things. So let's go with what is it. Now, reverse dieting is more for advanced people, especially towards the bodybuilding side of things, who diet for a long period of time, who lose a lot of weight, and who get extremely lean. Now, I'm talking like anywhere under 10% body fat. And for a majority of you people listening to me, you're probably not under 10% body fat, and you're probably not going to be under 10% body fat. Under 10% body fat means you look fucking ripped, right? And that's 10%. That's not 5%. That's like, if you're 10% body fat, if you ever look like what a physique competitor is, they're probably around 8%, but you look awesome. People, you'll have a six-pack, solid six-pack. People will be looking at you on the street, on the beach, and be like, wow, look at that guy, he's ripped. And so, reverse dieting is that you've dieted so hard to get into that situation where you're that lean, and now you need to come out of that diet without gaining fat. That's basically all it is. It's getting back out of the diet by avoiding binging, by avoiding gaining fat, by avoiding fucking everything you've just done for the last, let's say, 24 weeks, and being able to maintain what you've just achieved. And so the reason this is unimportant for you is probably because you're never going to get down to that low percentage of body fat. You may, or you may not be dieting continuously until that point. Because most people, including myself, you'll diet for a little bit, then you'll take some time off. Then you'll diet for a little bit, then you'll take some time off. And do that continuous thing. So you won't need to reverse diet because you're getting used to your new body fat set point. So the way that I've been taught, so Layne Norton covers, a guy named Layne Norton is a very, very smart guy, absolute beast when it comes to training and nutrition. He is a PhD and he also lives, so he knows what he's talking about. But he covers this in a whole book called Fat Loss Forever, which I'd highly recommend you pick up if you're interested in reading something. It's called Fat Loss Forever. And so what he covers is if you want to reverse diet slowly, you slowly add in calories and carbs over time I think it's once a week or once every 2 weeks. Like, let's say you finished your diet and you're on 1500 calories. So then you want a reverse diet. What you would do next week is 1600 calories. So an extra 100 calories for 1 or 2 weeks. And then 1700 calories. And you slowly increase it until you find a point where your weight starts to move. And when you find that point, that's where you stop, right? So let's say you've gone from 1500 calories, you've increased it over the next 2 months, you're now at 1700 calories or 1800 calories, and your body starts to increase the weight. That's when you know you're at maintenance calories and you've reversed out of the diet. You've now fixed yourself without going overboard, without binging, without any of those things. Now, that is for people who are very obsessed with numbers, who like structure, who can adhere to that, and who, and who want to minimize the fat gain, but more importantly, want to minimize the big shift on the scale, right? But for you, the normal people, if you got to this point where you had to reverse diet, you wouldn't reverse diet. What you would do is you would go from the calories you're eating now to your new maintenance calories as fast as possible. Because the problem with reverse dieting is it still feels like you're fucking dieting, because you're only adding in a little bit of extra calories at a time. You're still tracking and measuring your macros. You're still very restricted and you're still obsessing about it. And that gets really, really hard. Because let's say you were dedicated enough to do 24 weeks of really strict dieting, and now you've just dropped all this body fat and you're very, very lean. Now you have to fucking keep tracking food and keep dieting harder and harder, because you've still got to now avoid gaining a little bit of extra fat, right? So that just becomes more obsessive. That's more taxing, not only on the body but mentally too, because you've just been dieting for 24 weeks and now you've got another 6 to 8 weeks of trying to reverse diet. Like, if that, maybe more, it just becomes too much. So what I want you to think about instead for you is, here what you would do, right? Let's say you've gone from 100 kilos to 80 kilos. You've gone from 100 kilos to 80 kilos. That is fucking awesome, right? So let's say you've started at 2,500 calories and you've ended your diet on 2,000 calories, okay? So you've ended your diet, you're at 2,000 calories. Now what you need to do is you need to recalculate, we've done this on another episode, what your maintenance calories are now at this current level, right? So you've lost 20 kilos, you're now 80 kilos. So what you would do is you would multiply 80 by 24, and then you would multiply that by your activity level. So let's say you're cutting on 2,000 calories, and then you do your estimates and it tells you to eat 2,250. Cool, now you know your maintenance. You can go straight back into maintenance. And guess what? You're not going to gain fat, because now you're eating at maintenance. You're not eating in a calorie surplus. But what's going to happen is the scale is going to increase, because now you're having more food in your body. Your stomach is going to have more food in its body, so you're going to be heavier. You're going to have more water that you're holding because you have more food. Just everything's going to go up on the scale, but you're not going to gain body fat because you're not in a calorie surplus. So as long as that scale, let's say the scale jumps up from 80 to 81, or let's say the scale jumps up to 82 kilos, right? But you're staying at that 2,200 calories. And then the scale jumps up to 82, but it doesn't move. Well, guess what? You have not gained body fat. You've just gained water weight. You've just gained food in your stomach, more volume, and you're now at maintenance calories. You will not gain fat at maintenance calories, right? And that is such an easier approach to just go straight to that, because then you're done with the diet. You don't have to obsess about tracking, like increasing your macros slowly over time. You have hit your macros, you've hit the diet. Now you can come off the diet, you go to 2,200 calories, you eat at maintenance, you're able to maintain your weight, you're good to go. That is a much better approach, in my opinion, for a lot of people, because it gets you straight out of it. You can go back to eating normal, you don't have to obsess as much. You've only gained 2 kilos on the scale, but you haven't gained any body fat, and you're not obsessed. So think about that. There's reverse dieting things which, if you're obsessive, if you're a bodybuilder, if you're someone who wants to really be as dialed as fucking possible, then maybe that should be for you. But if not, if you're just a normal person who's lost a lot of fat, who looks good with their shirt off now, who feels good, all you need to do is to stop obsessing now, because it's been so long. And what you can do now is you can simply go, okay, I'm going back to maintenance calories, and that's all I'm going to focus on. And you go from there. It takes the stress off. You're not going to gain fat, because like I said, we're talking about maintenance. You're maintaining your body weight. You don't gain fat eating maintenance. You're at maintenance. I hope that makes sense. A lot of people still get confused, like, how do I avoid gaining fat going to maintenance calories? Like, you're not. You don't gain fat. You just gain water weight. So I hope that was helpful on the reverse dieting topic. For a large majority of you, it's not going to matter. But what is going to matter is when you've lost all the weight, you go back to eating maintenance calories at your new weight and your new activity level. If you have any questions about this, you can hit up at Tyson the Trainer on Instagram. I hope it was helpful. I'll speak to you next time.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got two different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download the free guide, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.